Hello everyone, and welcome to our ultimate guide to Bryce Canyon National Park, truly a city of stone. Nestled high on the Paunsaugunt Plateau in Utah, Bryce Canyon is unlike any place you've ever seen. Get ready to explore its incredible formations and learn how to make the most of your visit to this breathtaking wonder. The history and description of this unique landscape are fascinating. To the indigenous Paiute people, these majestic rock spires, called hoodoos, are the legend people, or Ankaku was a wits turned to stone by the trickster coyote for their misdeeds. They stand frozen in time, bearing the faces of the ancient ones. However, to pioneer Ebenezer Bryce, who first gazed into this labyrinth in 1870, the spiritual weight was perhaps lost to practicality. He famously described it simply as a hell of a place to lose a cow. Welcome to the Paunsaugunt Plateau. This isn't actually a canyon in the traditional sense. It's a series of horseshoe-shaped amphitheaters carved into the edge of a high plateau, filled with the largest concentration of hoodoos on Earth. So, how exactly are these incredible hoodoos formed? It all comes down to what we call the recipe for a hoodoo, primarily involving the Clarin Formation, which was deposited about 50 million years ago. This formation has distinct layers, including a white member rich in manganese and pure limestone, and a pink member, dense with iron-rich limestone. The sculptor behind these formations is frost wedging. Bryce sits in a unique Goldilocks zone of elevation, experiencing over 200 freeze-thaw cycles annually. Here's how it works. First, water enters tiny cracks in the rock. Next, it freezes and expands by about 9%. Finally, this expansion causes the rock to shatter, gradually transforming a solid rock fin into a window-like arch, and eventually into the individual spires we know as hoodoos. One of the best ways to experience Bryce Canyon is by chasing the light along the rim, especially at sunrise and sunset. At Sunrise Point, sitting at 8,100 feet, the best viewing is, of course, at dawn. From here, you can clearly see unique formations like Boat Mesa and the sinking ship, which has been tilted by 15 million years of tectonic shifts. Then, for dusk, make your way to Sunset Point, at 8,000 feet. This spot offers breathtaking views overlooking the Silent City and the solitary sentinel, Thor's Hammer, beautifully lit by the golden hour. Continuing our journey along the rim, we find Inspiration Point, a three-tiered viewpoint offering an incredible bird's-eye vertical perspective. The steep drop-off here perfectly reveals the full stratigraphy of the Clarin Formation. At sunset, a magical phenomenon occurs. The refraction of light makes the hoodoos appear as if they are burning, creating an amphitheater on fire. Further along, at Bryce Point, which is the highest overlook on the rim at 8,300 feet, you can witness the famous flood of light effect at sunrise. The sun's first rays hit the tops of the hoodoos and slowly pour into the labyrinth below. This is also the trailhead for the Peekaboo Loop, for those looking for a longer adventure. To truly understand Bryce, you simply must go down into the amphitheater. Our classic recommended route is the Queen's Garden plus Navajo Combination Loop, a manageable 2.9-mile hike. We suggest hiking clockwise for the best experience. You'll descend via Queen's Garden, which is the least steep option, allowing you to easily admire formations like Queen Victoria etched in stone. Then, you'll ascend via the Navajo Loop. When you get to the Navajo Loop, you'll have two choices: the Wall Street side, a dramatic slot canyon that's open only in the summer, or the Two Bridges side, which is open year-round and features the iconic Thor's Hammer. For those seeking more solitude and a greater challenge, Bryce Canyon offers additional trails deep within the labyrinth. The Peekaboo Loop is a 5.5-mile strenuous trail, winding through the impressive Wall of Windows. This trail is equestrian-friendly, so please remember your hiker etiquette. Always yield to horses and mules. For the ultimate amphitheater experience, consider the Figure -8 combination. This challenging 6.4-mile trek combines the Queen's Garden, Navajo, and Peekaboo Loops into one continuous and strenuous track, offering unparalleled views and a fantastic workout. Before you embark on any of these adventures, it's crucial to respect the altitude. Bryce Canyon's rim sits between 8,000 and 9,100 feet, significantly higher than many popular destinations like Zion National Park at 4,000 feet or even Denver, the Mile High City, at 5,280 feet. Altitude can be an invisible challenge, with 20 to 40% of visitors experiencing symptoms. Our survival strategy is simple but vital. First, hydrate early. Start drinking water 24 hours before you even arrive. Second, hike smart. Carry and consume 1 liter of water per 1 to 2 hours of hiking. Third, don't forget electrolytes. Salty snacks are essential. And finally, acclimate. Don't attempt a strenuous hike like the figure-8 loop on your first hour in the park. Start with the rim trail to let your body adjust. Beyond the dramatic geology, Bryce Canyon is also home to fascinating life. Among the dolomite, you'll find the ancients, the bristlecone pines. These are the oldest non-clonal species on Earth, living for up to 5,000 years. They thrive on exposed dolomite limestone where other plants cannot survive, making them truly resilient. And they're not alone. The park's residents include the threatened Utah prairie dogs, the intelligent Clark's nutcrackers, and the elusive mountain lion, all part of this unique ecosystem. Bryce Canyon can get busy, so navigating the crowds is key to an enjoyable visit. The shuttle system is your best friend here. It's free, voluntary, and essential, running daily from April through October every 10 to 15 minutes. This is especially important because vehicles 20 feet or longer are restricted from amphitheater parking lots during shuttle hours. You must park at the visitor center or a designated shuttle station. Here's a pro tip: if you want to skip the bus entirely, rent an e-bike and use the 5-mile paved multi-use path, which offers a fantastic way to access many viewpoints. Beyond the main amphitheater, don't miss the Southern Scenic Drive. This 18-mile journey takes you to the park's summit, offering a different perspective. You'll encounter sights like the Natural Bridge, a massive arch carved by ice, beautifully framing the forest. At Rainbow Point, the highest elevation in the park at 9,115 feet, you'll literally look down on the geology you previously looked up at. And don't forget Agua Canyon, home to the distinctive hoodoos known as the Hunter and the Rabbit. Bryce Canyon truly is a park of extremes, and being prepared for the weather is vital. During summer monsoons, typically from July to August, lightning is a significant danger. The park's motto is, "When thunder roars, go indoors." In contrast, winter offers a unique experience of serene silence, with snow blanketing the red rock formations. Be aware that some roads may close, but the solitude is unparalleled. If you plan to hike in winter, micro-spikes for your shoes are highly recommended for traction on icy trails. Bryce Canyon boasts an International Dark Sky Park Gold Tier status, meaning it offers one of the best stargazing experiences anywhere. The numbers speak for themselves. In a typical rural area, you might see 2,500 stars, but at Bryce, you can marvel at up to 7,500 stars. Venus and Jupiter are often bright enough to cast shadows. To truly experience this, join the astronomy rangers for telescope tours, or try your luck with the lottery-based full moon hikes for a truly unforgettable night sky adventure. To ensure you have a safe and comfortable trip, here's an essential packing list. First, footwear. Always wear boots with good ankle support, as most park injuries involve ankles. Second, layers. Temperatures can swing by 40 degrees Fahrenheit in a single day, so dressing in layers is crucial. Third, sun protection. The high-altitude UV is incredibly intense, so hats, sunglasses, and sunscreen are a must. Fourth, hydration. Remember your water, and electrolytes too. Finally, tech cell service can be spotty, so download the National Park Service app offline before you arrive. As we conclude our guide, it's important to remember that Bryce Canyon is not static, it is a landscape in motion. This incredible formation is eroding at a rate of 2 to 4 feet every century. The very water that creates these magnificent hoodoos also ultimately destroys them. Geologists estimate that in about 3 million years, this entire amphitheater will have washed into the Paria River. You are witnessing a truly fleeting moment in geological time. So, make sure you see it before it changes forever.